When I was younger, I was not doing well in school. In the 4th grade, I failed a math exam, which my parents later found crumpled up in the corner of my backpack. My dad sat me down and started making me do my math homework in front of him. He watched me solve some problems perfectly and make careless errors on others. He eventually recognized that the problem wasn't a lack of intelligence, it was boredom from class which stopped me from doing homework and studying for tests. To capture my imagination and excite me about solving math equations, he asked me to solve each problem 3 different ways. To do this, I first looked at the components of a problem, such as 6 plus 7, individually. After thinking through all of my options, I tried to logically combine different elements to reframe the original problem. I could break 6 into 2 times 3, 4 plus 2, 10 minus 4, 6 times 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and I could break 7 into 6 plus 1, 70 divided by 10, 2 times 3 plus 1, or 10 minus 3. I would then break 6 into 3 plus 3, and 7 into 3 plus 3 plus 1 to solve 4 times 3 plus 1 for 13. Next I'd break 6 into 10 minus 4, and 7 into 10 minus 3, for 10 plus 10 equals 20, minus 4 equals 16, minus 3 equals 13. Last, I'd break 7 into 6 plus 1, and solve 6 times 2 plus 1 for 13. If I got 3 of the same answer, I moved on. However, if I got 2 or 3 different answers, I would rethink my solution to each equation until I caught my mistakes. This process made math homework fun for me, and eventually became a lens through which I viewed the world. Every challenge has an answer, several answers. Life became a kind of adventure to me, to explore every different angle of a challenge and find the best one. I have applied this creative problem-solving curiosity to myriad other areas of life. I used it in my mechanical engineering capstone course, where I led a group of 4 in designing an electric skateboard that could go 20 miles per hour. During college, I picked up computer programming, and I was so captivated by the process of structuring logic to produce an intended outcome that I often found myself coding through the night until the sun began to shine into my dormitory window. My first major accomplishment was writing a program that could beat a computer game called Minesweeper in only 2 seconds, 33 seconds faster than the fastest human player. After graduate school, I had my mom, an experienced seamstress, teach me how to make a quilt out of my old sentimental t-shirts. The first one took 12 hours. Several process innovations, my own sewing machine, and 5 quilts later, I completed the final quilt in 6 hours while teaching my roommate how to sew and use my optimized process. Starting at Capital One with no experience in finance or business, I researched the industry online by reading forums and news articles. I asked friends what kind of credit cards they had and called my bank to ask for a change in terms just to see what they would say. I questioned my peers on anything I didn't completely understand. As I continued to learn, I began to connect customer behavior to business strategies and successfully completed 2 major projects, generating over $10 million of value annually. After a year and a half in my first role, I was promoted and recognized for being a naturally adept problem solver, able to effectively share my approach and ideas with the team, while regularly and boldly challenging the status quo. I love learning new things, dissecting problems, and optimizing solutions. As you consider my candidacy, I want you to know about this defining thread in my life.